star parts to a repair order. Occasionally, adding star parts to a repair order is a necessity, whether you're using parts from the catalog or more likely where you're adding a part to the repair order that's coming from the dealership, such as an OEM part number, something that you can't find from the catalog. Whenever possible, obviously, I recommend using Vastcommerce and vItem Broker to look up parts or labor, specifically aftermarket parts. As you know, you can go into Vastcommerce and look up belts, and it will look at belts based on your local preferences, things that you'd recommend, either that are in your stock or from your local suppliers. You also have the ability to click on the parts tab at the top of the screen here, and from there you could select all lines and you could look up a particular part number based on any particular brand. So in this instance, if for some reason I specifically wanted a Worldpac belt for this particular vehicle, well, here comes up a list of all of the different Worldpac part numbers. Now, I can select any one of these or multiples. I'm just going to put a check mark on a couple of them and post them, and it transfers those part numbers directly to the repair order as a star part. As you can tell, it automatically associated these two parts into the belts and cooling sales classification, which is where I wanted them to go, but it also automatically built them on the work order. Now, what I've been seeing is where people will manually enter in a dealer part number or any kind of a star part. So in this instance, I'm just going to type in a bunch of different part numbers, and it comes up with a message that says parts not found on the master table. Now, whenever you get this type of a message that the part's not built on the master table and you expected it because you're working with an OEM part and you're looking for an account code, what I find is the fastest way to find the particular part that I'm looking for is not to bother with the drop down of the classification here or putting anything at all in the account code field, but just simply clicking the F1 key. From the F1 key, I can type in here a brief description of whatever it is that I'm looking for. In this case, I'm going to just type in the word ball and hit F1, and it automatically narrowed it down and said, hey, I found an account code within suspension and steering, and I find ball joints or upper ball joint. I could double click on either one of the two of those because I know that it is automatically going to put it into the proper sales class. Here it comes up with a description for me automatically. Obviously, I could type over top of that with any unique description that I'd like or modified description. At this point, I would select my manufacturer either from the list, or I could type in my own manufacturer line code. If this was an OEM part, maybe I just want to type in OEM, put in the quantity that I'm ordering, and my cost, I'll say, is $15. And hit select, and it automatically built that on the repair order screen. Again, I think it's much faster, obviously, to use the catalog whenever possible, but in the instance where the catalog is not available or is not going to display for you the part numbers that you're looking for, such as OEM parts, again, type in any part number that you'd like and simply click the F1 key, and I'll type in water and hit F1, and it comes up to 3 different choices here. Obviously, if I hit the number 34, it shows me the account code for water pumps and gaskets. I can hit OK. It automatically changed the class, put in the description, and I can put in my manufacturer line code, my cost, and hit select, and it throws it on the repair order. Much quicker than if I were to try to first select the class and then go find all of the different account codes within the list. So hopefully that's a little bit more efficient than what you've been using so far.